a little more about CSS, and then in the next video, we're going to start a project, all right? So in the last video, I was talking about simple selectors, attribute selectors, pseudo classes, elements, pseudo elements, multiple selectors, combinators, et cetera, et cetera. So all these are very important. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click on pseudo classes and pseudo elements, because I want to go over this real quick. We went over the pseudo classes, but we haven't gone over the pseudo elements. So that's what I want to look at right now. So they have pseudo elements are very much like pseudo classes, but they have differences. They are keywords. This is time preceded by 2 colons. This time preceded by 2 colons that can be added to the end of selectors to select a certain part of an element. So you can do, so they all have very specific behaviors and interesting features, but digging into them all in detail is beyond our scope for now. That's true. But let's look at what they have here. So all elements with an attribute of href, which values start with HTTP, will be added an arrow after its content to indicate it's an external link. So basically what they're doing is, if you were to add this tag, okay, not this tag, but a pseudo element, basically what you're doing is you're creating an extra effect. And what they're doing here is all the elements, you see how they commented this out, all elements with the attribute href, which values start with HTTP, will be added an arrow after its content to indicate it's an external link. So what they're doing is they're adding an icon to it to show that it's an external link. And the only way to do that is through the pseudo element, because it gives you the ability to customize this content. And that's just one example. So that's after. You can do before, you can do first letter, first line, selection, and backdrop. And so I just wanted to share this with you so you can check it out and investigate a little bit more. What I'm going to do now is we're going to get ready for the project. So in the next video, we're going to create a 5-page website, which will be your project. And then we're also going to style the 5-page website. So I'm very excited to get started on that, because this is the fun part, you know. All right.